Hi, Aryan this side. So today I thought I should upload my second video because it's been few days I've been thinking upon something. So basically today we'll talk about what love is. To be honest, in my opinion, these days people think of love as a transaction they have to make. By transaction, what I mean is people think that it's a two-way thing. You give something and you get something. But according to me, love is basic. If you love somebody, like if you genuinely are in love with somebody, you just give. You don't have to expect things from them in return. If you genuinely truly love somebody. But if you are being with somebody for the sake, I want to make that transaction, I want to, if this person gives me comfort, I'm going to give her gifts. If this person talks to me nicely, then I'm going to take her on dates, this and that. Most of the teenagers, what they basically do is this only. They say, okay, he's giving me this, so I'm going to give him this. That's how most of the teenagers act whenever they're in love. They think of it as like a deal they have to make. They don't enjoy being in love. They enjoy the feeling of getting comforted. According to me, I'm not gonna offend anybody on this because everybody has its own opinion about what love is. According to me, most people have never been in love in their entire life. They have been in different transactions, but they have never been in love. Because once you be in love, you give everything that you have, your time, your, I won't include money in this because if you're including money in your relationship, be it marriage, be it relationship of a girlfriend or a boyfriend, be it a parental relationship, if you adding money to it, then that is basically the most materialistic shit you can do. That is not how love works. Some people will get offended by this. Oh, no, it's not like that. You have to do 50-50. If other person is doing something, then you do something, then that's how love works. No, that is basically you engaging in some affair. That, okay, basically you're making a deal with that person unintentionally. I'm gonna give you this. Let's say there's a person who has a traumatic child, who had a traumatic childhood. So she or he meets a person who's well raised, whose childhood was not as traumatic as that person. So what will happen is the person who has been raised in a traumatic environment, that person will seek comfort. If that person gives her or him that comfort, then they'll be like, oh, that's very great, that's very good. They won't feel love, they just feel the lack, the void in themselves. Most of the people, what they do is they love somebody in order to fill that void in themselves. If you take my opinion, you should never be in love or never be in a relationship with somebody when you have void inside yourself. Fill up that void inside you and then you be in love. Why do people say fall in love? Why not people say rise in love? Love is meant to elevate you, it's meant to uplift you, it's not meant to downtrodden you. Most of people, they say, oh, have you ever heard this before? He raised in, people always say falling in love. That is not the point. The main point should be being in love. People of this generation, kiddos of my age, I'm 18, kiddos of my age, older than me, younger than me, they fall in love. But according to me, being in love is the most beautiful thing a person can do in this entire lifetime they have. Love is love cannot be described in words. It's just a feeling. It's like you give something that is inside you to somebody and see how beautiful. It's like nurturing a flower. You nurture a life. But to be in love, you need to be a bit more mature. People these days, they always think upon materialistic things whenever they are in love. They're like, okay, get me this, get me that. Keep this aside. Not materialistic thing. They ask for emotional support. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying loving is just setting them free. Most of people will get this wrong. They'll be like, if you don't hold a certain boundaries, they'll go to this, they'll go to another one, this one, that one, they'll go to different people. By setting free, I mean you should not control their life. You know, why do breakups happen? Why do most breakups happen? Because the main pattern of breaking up is after 2 or 3 months. It is because you try to seal that person in a cage, and that cage is made up of what? Emotional support and excessive care. You should not cage a person, you should not hold a person in. A person will only try to escape you when, or try to break up with you when he or she thinks that they are being caged. Don't let them be caged. You watch from a distance. I learned this a very hard way, because most of people, when they have an argument, what they do is either they shut up their communication, or they bombard that other person with a lot of messages, a lot of calls, a lot of everything, that the person who is in trouble right now, he or she cannot think what to do. So I learned this very hard way. It's very simple but yet complicated to understand. If a person is not doing fine, you should be around that person, but not cage them with your emotions or your questions. Give that person some time and be around. By giving some time, I don't mean that okay, you distance that person away, you pull yourself away, and then you're like, okay, you have your time, this and that. No. By this, I mean that you should be around them, either be on call or text. You should just tell them, okay, I'm here for you. If you need me, if you need anything, just hit me up, just call me, I'm here for you. That's what a true man should do. But what most people think in this generation is, okay, if you're having an argument, okay, this I don't want to cuss right now, because YouTube will sufficiently most probably ban my videos. So what most people do is, okay, you did that to me, I'm gonna do this to you, this and that. They have an argument, they break up, finish. Love is not like that. Love is a consistent feeling. Keep this thing in mind. If you have a consistent feeling about somebody, then that's love. If your feeling is like some days very up, very down, this and that, you don't have a consistent feeling, that's not love, that's attraction. Yes, it is attraction. So you make sure to love yourself first. And love should elevate both of your lives. I'm not saying that love does not include any hardships. It does. It really does include a lot of hardships. Be it emotional hardship, be it because love or any kind of emotional attachment behavior or any kind of emotional relation you have, it comes with a price. Love can either destroy you or either can make you, build you so strong that you won't be affected by anything. Trust me. So The main point of me making this video right now, I just want to say the love that you are looking for will come to you. Do not rush. Do not rush. It takes time, but eventually it will come to you. So just don't just sit back. Think of this whole life as a movie. What do you do in movie basically? You do is you go to a movie theater, you sit there and then you watch. Just live life as a spectator for once. Then you will realize life is very beautiful. It is very beautiful. You just live it as a spectator, not as a person, not as a protagonist or a main character. You just live it and then you see how beautiful it gets. When I was diagnosed with cancer, so I used to think that life is very, you know, is very not okay, it's very rough, this and that. But then I realized everything that happens, listen to me carefully, everything that happens or is happening, it has a reason for it. There is a reason that that thing is happening to you. You don't know because you're not, our subconscious or our mind is not that developed to understand what nature holds for us. So, in the end, I'll just say live the process. Most of the people will like, what's the meaning of life? Life does not have the own meaning. Living life, enjoying the journey itself is the meaning. That's all for today. I hope you like it. So if you do, let me know. It gives me a bit of motivation to post more videos. To be honest, I'm not posting this because somebody will see it. I'm posting it because someday somebody in despair, somebody needing these kinds of words, needs kind of support, will see this video and get uplifted. So I hope these videos find you and you love them. Look, I'm not editing anything. I'm not, the lighting, everything is just, I'm not using even a mic. I'm just recording it. So I hope you like it. And till then, peace out. Love with the idea of loving, not with the idea of being with somebody.